Welcome to our gaming YouTube channel, The Game Base. We are thrilled to have you here, and we hope you enjoy our content. Our channel is dedicated to bringing you the latest and greatest in gaming, from walkthroughs and tutorials to reviews and gameplay highlights. Whether you're a hardcore gamer or just starting out, we've got something for everyone. Our team of skilled and passionate gamers is committed to providing you with high-quality, entertaining, and informative videos that will keep you engaged and coming back for more. So sit back, relax, and get ready to immerse yourself in the exciting world of gaming with us. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay up to date on all of our latest videos. The game we replay today is Granny. Granny is a horror game that has quickly become a sensation among gamers worldwide. The game is set in a dark and creepy house where you are trapped and must find a way to escape before Granny catches you. The old woman is on the hunt for her next victim, and you must use all your wits and strategy to avoid her while searching for a way out. The gameplay is intense, nerve-wracking, and highly addictive. You will need to search every corner of the house, solve puzzles, and collect items to aid in your escape. The sound design of the game is excellent, creating a suspenseful atmosphere that keeps you on edge throughout the game. One of the most exciting aspects of Granny is the surprise elements that are built into the game. You never know what's going to happen next, and this keeps the game fresh and exciting every time you play. The game has multiple endings, which adds to its replay value and keeps players coming back for more. Granny is a game that can be enjoyed by players of all skill levels. Whether you're a seasoned gamer or just starting, Granny is easy to pick up and play. However, be warned that the game is not for the faint of heart. The scares and jump scares are frequent, and the tension is high throughout the game. In conclusion, Granny is a horror game that has captivated the gaming world with its intense gameplay and spooky atmosphere. The game is highly addictive and offers a unique and thrilling gaming experience. Whether you're playing solo or with friends, Granny is a game that will keep you entertained for hours on end. So what are you waiting for? Enter the world of Granny and see if you have what it takes to escape her clutches. The front end of Granny game refers to the user interface and experience of the game. This includes the visual design of the game, such as the graphics, animations, and sound effects that create a spooky and suspenseful atmosphere. The user interface elements, such as the main menu, game controls, and inventory system, also make up the front end of the game. The front end of Granny game is designed to provide an immersive and engaging user experience. The game's layout is simple and intuitive, with easy-to-use controls that allow the player to move around the house and interact with objects. The front end also includes a variety of gameplay elements, such as puzzles and hidden objects, that keep the player engaged and challenged throughout the game. In addition, the front end of Granny game is optimized for a variety of devices, including desktop computers, smartphones, and tablets. The game's responsive design ensures that it looks and performs well on all devices, providing a seamless experience for players across different platforms. The back end of Granny game refers to the server side of the game, which handles the game's data storage, processing, and communication. It is responsible for managing the game's logic, game state, player progress, and any other back-end functionality that may be required. The back end of Granny game includes various components, such as the game's database, server architecture, and APIs. These components work together to ensure that the game runs smoothly and that player data is stored securely. The game's database is responsible for storing player data, such as their progress, items collected, and game settings. It also manages game events and triggers, such as when a player completes a level or unlocks a new item. Granny is a horror game developed by Developer and was first released on November 24, 2017. The game is available on both iOS and Android platforms, as well as PC, and has become very popular among gamers and horror fans alike. The game has been downloaded millions of times and has spawned a series of sequels and spin-offs, including Granny Chapter 2, Granny, the Game, and Granny 3. The objective of the game is to escape from the house of Granny, an evil old woman who has locked you inside. The player must explore the house and find keys, items, and other objects that will help them unlock doors and solve puzzles to escape. However, Granny is constantly patrolling the house and will attack the player if she catches them, which will result in a game over. One of the unique features of Granny is the AI of Granny herself.
She is programmed to respond to the player's actions and movements, making her a formidable opponent who is always one step ahead.
For example, if the player makes too much noise, Granny will become alerted and start searching for the player. If the player hides in the same spot too many times, Granny will start checking that spot more frequently, making it harder to escape. Another unique feature of the game is the use of sound. The game's sound effects are designed to create a tense and unsettling atmosphere that keeps the player on edge. The sound of Granny's footsteps, breathing, and other noises add to the overall feeling of dread and horror. Granny also includes various difficulty levels, ranging from easy to extreme. Each level increases the challenge and makes it harder to escape from Granny's clutches. Another unique feature of the game is the use of sound. The game's sound effects are designed to create a tense and unsettling atmosphere that keeps the player on edge. The sound of Granny's footsteps, breathing, and other noises add to the overall feeling of dread and horror. Granny also includes various difficulty levels, ranging from easy to extreme. Each level increases the challenge and makes it harder to escape from Granny's clutches. In conclusion, Granny is a unique and terrifying horror game that has captivated players around the world. Its engaging gameplay, challenging puzzles, and innovative AI make it a must-play for anyone looking for a scare. Granny does not have a specific practice level per se, but the game does offer a tutorial section that introduces players to the basic mechanics and controls of the game. This tutorial section is designed to help new players get a feel for the game and understand the objectives and gameplay mechanics. During the tutorial, players are introduced to the game's controls, which include basic movement and interaction with objects in the environment. The tutorial also explains the game's objectives, which involve finding keys and items to unlock doors and escape from Granny's house. The tutorial is relatively short and straightforward, but it provides players with a good foundation for understanding the game's mechanics. In addition to the tutorial section, players can also practice their skills by playing the game on the easy difficulty level, which offers a slightly easier and more forgiving experience than the higher difficulty levels. This can be a good way for new players to get used to the game's mechanics and develop strategies for escaping from Granny's clutches. Overall, while Granny does not have a specific practice level, players can use the tutorial section and easy difficulty level as ways to improve their skills and become more comfortable with the game's mechanics. In the easy level of Granny, the gameplay is less challenging and forgiving than in the higher levels. Granny moves slower, which means she takes more time to search for the player and react to their movements. Additionally, the game provides more hints and clues to help the player find the items and keys necessary to escape the house. The game also provides more opportunities to hide from Granny, making it easier to avoid detection. The player has more time to explore the house and experiment with different strategies to escape. However, even in the easy level, the tension and fear remain present, and Granny can still catch the player if they make too much noise or take too long to solve puzzles. Overall, the easy level is a good starting point for new players who want to get a feel for the game and its mechanics. So without any further ado, let's hop into the adventure of horror experience. And let's start playing the Granny. Granny, oh Granny, the game that has left me with a sense of dread that will haunt me for days to come. As I step into the old, musty house, I'm immediately struck by the feeling that I am not alone. The silence is deafening, and the creaking of the floorboards beneath my feet is the only sound that breaks the stillness. I start to make my way through the house, searching for a way out. But with every step I take, the sense of foreboding only grows stronger. It's as though the house itself is alive, with secrets hidden in every corner, waiting to be discovered. As I wander through the dimly lit corridors, I start to hear strange noises coming from upstairs. At first, it's just a faint shuffling, but as I get closer, I can hear what sounds like heavy breathing. My heart races as I realize that I am not alone in this house. I start to frantically search for a way out, but every door and window seems to be locked tight. And then, just as I start to feel like I might be making some progress, I hear the sound of Granny's footsteps coming closer. The terror that grips me as I try to evade Granny is indescribable. I can feel my heart pounding in my chest as I try to find a place to hide. But it's no use. Granny always seems to find me, and each time she does, she drags me back to her room, where she locks me up and leaves me to wait in terror for her next visit. As the hours tick by, my fear only grows stronger. I'm trapped in this house with no way out, and Granny's presence looms over me like a shadow, constantly reminding me that escape is impossible. But even in the midst of this horror, I find myself drawn in by the game's immersive gameplay and heart-pounding suspense. The sense of danger and the thrill of trying to outsmart Granny are almost addictive, and even though I know I'll never escape, I can't help but keep trying. Granny is a game that will leave you with a sense of dread that you won't be able to shake off easily. The atmosphere is eerie and unsettling, the gameplay is challenging and immersive, and the sense of terror that grips you as you try to escape is something that you won't forget anytime soon. Thank you so much for tuning into our gaming channel. We hope you enjoyed all of the content we created and had a lot of fun watching us play. We couldn't have done it without all of our amazing viewers, so we want to extend a heartfelt thank you to each and every one of you. As we come to the end of our journey, we want to encourage you to keep on gaming and exploring new worlds. There's so much out there to discover, and we hope we've inspired you to try out some new games and meet some new friends along the way. We'll never forget all of the memories we've made on this channel, and we hope you won't either. Keep on gaming, and we'll see you out there in the virtual world.